Hello, my name is Temple Dillard. Temple's Longtails and Fur. Since the social unrest and all the gun buying and grocery store emptying, it seems better now. It seems the initial panic has calmed down, but I thought I'd put a video out on your basic freezer fill-in firearms. The three firearms that I think you can fill your freezer with and be happy. The first is the Ruger 1022. It's a detachable box magazine. It is empty. 22 long rifle, semi-automatic. Good for small game, dispatching winged ducks. Popped many a beaver. Grouse. That'll take care of your small game needs. The next is a shotgun. This right here is a Remington 870 Super Magnum custom paint job for springtime waterfowl hunting in the village. This one holds the 3.5-inch Super Magnums. You can get there's different brands and makes and models of them, like the Mossberg 500 would be a fine gun. Marlin makes semi-automatic 22s. You can get them in pump action or lever action as well. The cool thing about the pump action or lever action ones is they'll also shoot 22 shorts, longs, and long rifles, whereas from experience with my own Ruger 22s, I never found one that would cycle the shorts or the longs, just the long rifles. Your mileage may vary. But Remington 870, Mossberg 500, 12 gauge, 20 gauge will work. I've got a Remington 870 12 gauge or 20 gauge back home in the village. I love that gun. I miss it a little bit. I might see if I can get it shipped back out. Waterfowl or your upland game, if you're not into shooting them on the ground, maybe two of you will be hunting. One shoots them on the ground, one shoots after they flush. Next is centerfire rifle. This here is a Savage 110. It's my wife's. It's a 270 Winchester. 270 is a good round. You can hunt any big game in North America with it. Some people might think it's a bit light for some things. And here in Alaska anyway, I believe they require a 250 grain bullet to hunt bison. So the 270 might not make that legally, but you might need something bigger, like what I actually use for hunting. This Browning Auto in 338 Winchester mag. Temple Dillard would not spend his own money on more than 30-06, but I was kind of perma-gifted this Browning 338 Auto, and I love it. It's gone bang every time. The bullets go where I want, and nothing's walked away after being whacked by it. But you can do the same thing with the 270. 270 will be a little less forgiving than the 338 on poor shots or harder quartering to or away from shots. You could go as little as 243 if you're recoil shy, but you'd have to be much more picky on your shots. There's head-on or Texas heart shots I would take with the 338 Winchester, and my Barnes bullets that I would not take with the 270, or especially a 243. Those three bullets, or those three types of guns, will keep your freezers full, keep your pot warm. And then, I thought I'd just show this one. This is a cool gun. It's an old Browning A5 16 gauge. I guess it's some sort of upland special. It's got a grouse or a pheasant engraved. That's a pheasant engraved on there. It's just a cool gun. I haven't gotten to shoot it as much as I like. And then there's the deep subject of camp guns. That a camp gun is just something you expect to knock around, beat up in camp. Maybe not take care of it as good as you might should, but it's the type of gun that can withstand that sort of abuse and neglect. Mine is the Mini 14. I've had this thing for nearly 20 years, bouncing around in the salt water in a Lund, chasing seals. I never actually did hit a seal with this thing. I was pretty poor at it. It's a detachable box magazine. It is empty. It comes with a 5-round or 10-round, I believe, but you can get them as high as 30-round if you want. The Browning Auto's got a detachable box magazine on a hinge plate there. The Savage has got a detachable box magazine. The Remington A5 and the Remington 870 are each bottom-fed tubular magazines. They got a tube here. You shove the magazines up in here, spits them out here after it shoots. Those with a 22, a center fire rifle between 243. You can use a 223 for hunting caribou. I've done it. It's a little light for anything other than ideal perfect shots. Up to as big as you want, as much recoil as you want to eat. I like 270. 30-06 is as big as I would get on my own. But having been loaned this Browning Auto with the stipulation that it brings meat home, that's what I use. Up until my archery moose last year, this has brought all my moose home for the last, I don't know, 7-8 years. This, my wife's Savage here, it got my first moose. That was a lot of fun. It also got my second moose, the one that nearly sank my canoe. That was horrifying. It almost cut the canoe in half lengthways. You can keep your freezer full with those three basic firearms: a 22, a shotgun, center fire rifle.